Hello and welcome to GroovesMe.com. This is the Mother's Day garden update for, May 12th, 2013. So, as you can see, the flowers of the Palo Verde and whatever this blue flower is, I'm not exactly certain. I think it's called a butterfly bush, but if you know for sure, let me know in the comments below, because I am not certain. I hope all of you are having a wonderful Mother's Day and sharing with your family. Let's go ahead and get over to the main bed and get going. As you can see, it is gorgeously green. It's already about 100 degrees out here. Hello, Mr. B. He's over offside of the camera. He's looking for some flowers. But we are, the main bed's doing great. That Swiss chard is, I think Kaloas could actually make clothes out of that thing. It's so large. Almost a skirt out of one leaf. As you can see, right about there is tomatoes. I'll bring you in a little bit closer here in a minute. And let's see well, as far as the main bed, there's nothing really going on. All the tomatoes are still becoming larger and plumping up. I haven't picked any radish leaves or Swiss chard leaves or anything in a week or two now, a week and a half, something like that. And as you can see, they've really taken over the areas that they're in. Part of the reason for that is I want some of them to go to seed, and I wasn't seeing anything going to seeds. So I kind of had to let stuff just be by itself, and because I wanted to get seed from stuff before it gets so hot it burns up the plants too fast. And as you can see, right about here, there's a cilantro that's went to seed. We have a radish that's went to seed, and then obviously the dill went to seed. That was a while back. So here, I'll take you around a little bit closer to the plants and just pause the video for a second. Let's see, I can't see the screen well enough really with the sun the way it is, but there's that. So see that red tomatoes there? There's two right here, and then down on this stem they're ripening up, and these are little jelly bean cherry tomatoes. The bell pepper that's actually a jalapeno, I think, and it's growing out nice. I'm going to have to top it here soon and let it grow more branches. And then the Roma over here is still plugging away. The cool weather we had developed some flowers on some of these tomato plants. I guess we probably have maybe 2 or 3 dozen flowers that were not there a week ago. So that little brief bit of cool weather is really helping us. Hold on, I'll bring it over here. As you can see, the dill is still flowering, and those seed pods are developing. And then we've got the mojito mint, a lavender, and the peppermint, and they're all doing great. Growing like crazy now that they're more in the direct sunlight. And then this is I believe this is a big boy or an early girl. I'm not sure which one this one is, because they all got messed up when we were trying to plant them. I'll just kind of bring you along, hope it don't make you dizzy. And so, as you can see, there's lots of tomatoes. It's just a forest of green and tomatoes and radishes. Here's that radish that had basically all the leaves died off on it, and then it shot out new leaves, which made the root smaller. So we were going to harvest it, but then didn't get out quite in time, and the daikon got small, so we went ahead and waited for it. It should plump back up real soon, and we'll grab it then. And here, I'm not exactly certain what kind of radish plant that is, but those are radish flowers that come down, and let's see if we can even figure it out. Let me see if I can. It appears to be daikon. So one of the daikons is flowering. That's a nice little bonus. And then the onions look to be bulbing up with fat stems, so those are the kind of onions that don't last very long, so we'll eat those as we go. And then basil has grown and started flowering again. We'll have to make some more pesto here in the next few days, a week. And over here, look at that, red, beautiful tomatoes. Those are almost ready, another couple of days. And then coming back around towards the back, another basil's shot up to, bolted up to the flower. Actually, that's a pretty long flower stem. It's about 2.5 feet off the ground. Look at all that. That's just gorgeous, isn't it? So, as you can see, we've started the installation of what eventually is going to be our bird netting. We were going to put a use these poles here and do 4 poles. Sorry about moving it like that. But put 4 poles, one on each corner of the main bed. But when we were back here, the spot we were putting the pole in, well, I think I found out why these aren't growing. Right there is concrete. We just can't get away from it. Every time I stick a shovel in the ground, I find more of it. So that's the main bed. Here, I'll try to get you back on the tripod. And then here we've got the blueberries and the pomegranate. The pomegranate's growing. It's doing good. It hasn't grown so much this week as it did the last week, but as you can see right here and right here, there's 2 blueberries about to pop, but right before they actually get ripe enough for us to eat, some bird will come by and pick them off. So we might actually move them and put them over here with the fruit trees and drape the trees with a bird netting. Here, let me move you. Alright, so here's the salad bowls, and oops, sorry about that. Salad bowls and the parsley. It's doing great. We come out and take a sprig of parsley every few days. And then the rosemary, and it's surviving better than it did inside. Like a couple of years ago, we bought one as a kind of a Christmas tree, and Lois, shh, don't tell her. She promptly killed that darn thing. It lasted past Christmas, and that's all I'll give it. Alright, so here's the fruit trees. As you can see here in the frame, the nectarine still doing good, and the fig is doing great. It's growing like crazy. The nectarine and apricot and peach haven't grown so well. The apple tree shot up about 1 foot. Hold on. The peaches are starting to change color. A little bit small, actually very small. Those are about 1.5 inches in size, and you know, some of that's just sun scalding, but they're not getting any bigger. I don't anticipate them to be big, much larger than they are now. And actually, here's one. It's dried up. I don't know if you could see it, but it dried up. So that's that. Hold on, I'll show you the apple. And there's the apple tree. It's grown quite a bit. It's about time for me to clip off that top. As you can see right about here, there's a string holding it so that it would be stable enough for the roots to start developing. And so it's about time for me to trim off that, and then I'll go ahead and come down probably a little bit lower. Right about there, I think it is. And clip those bamboo so that they're not whipping around on the tree, and leave it down there for providing a little bit of support for the roots for just a little while. And here's the Three Sisters beds, as you can see. Oh, there was a lizard. He's well, I'm not going to be able to catch him. He's already underneath the wood pile. Actually, no, he decided to change and go into the main bed underneath some plants. Oh, bugger. So anyway, we've got the lavender right here, and then the corn's flowering, and I'll take you in the back and show you the pumpkins. Hold on. So as you can see, this guy right there, he's starting to turn a little orange, which is partially because of the sun, but we're gonna actually I should do this in the morning when the leaves are looking better instead of later. And then right around here is a smaller pumpkin. He's about 5 inches now, or she, whichever the case may be. And the pumpkins are doing great. The odd thing, as you can tell, the weaker plant that we had to baby a little bit more, although we didn't really do a lot to it compared to what the other plant, is looking a little bit more healthy now. The leaves don't wilt quite as much, and it's got a couple of baby little pumpkins. There's one right about there. I don't know if you can see it, but there might not have been pollinated, so we'll see. Let's take you over to the chickens. Alright, so as you can see, we have the misters on for the chickens. It makes them happy. You can, let me move you up just a touch. The misters kind of blow out, cool air drops. The breeze kind of makes it a little bit harder, but it certainly helps a lot. I've tested and got up underneath the roof, and while the wind will blow it out a little bit, it mostly works. It's usually a few degrees cooler in there than it is out here. So if you're living in a desert and have chickens or other birds, you need to try to provide some way to cool. So their feathers don't really allow much, and they can't pant so well. So their only real choice is just to keep the temperature below 100 degrees as much as possible. And there's the grapevine. It's doing good. A little bit of shock from a few leaves were lost, but most of them are still healthy, and it's starting to look like it's changing to a lighter color on the growing vines, and we should see some growth here soon. Here's the 2 green beans that survived the transplant and the birds. There we go. And then the butternut squash plant, it's growing, it's doing well. So those are doing well. Here's the sunflowers. They're all doing pretty good. I can't see the screen at all right now, it's just too bright. But I think you got most of them, maybe not the top of a few. And then down here in front somewhere, I'm just going to guess my fingers are approximately in the right spot. There's the watermelons, and they are doing well. The one in the back is growing good, and the one in the front is taking off. It was the seed that we ended up, the plant that was the original transplant died, and then the seed is what re-sprouted. So the collards and the bok choy are all doing pretty good. We've picked the weaker plants and have allowed the bok choy that was stronger to go to seed, and they're seeding out now. And let me see if I can just bring it over there. I hope it isn't too noisy. And the green beans back here, and the one cucumber. We have some cucumbers inside that have sprouted. We're going to be transplanting here in a few weeks. But they're all doing good. They're starting to vine up the trellis, so that should be good. Well guys, that concludes the Mother's Day update for GroovesMe's garden. And please remember to subscribe, like the video, share it with your social media friends, and give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it, guys. Take care, and everyone have a wonderful week. Well, yeah, wonderful week, because this is Sunday. Hope your Mother's Days all are going great. Take care. Bye-bye.